Congresswoman Chellie Pingree met with leaders of Portland's Somali community today to discuss the latest developments in the terrorist attack on Kenya. She also spoke about rumors and reports that someone from Maine was involved in the attack and that the terrorist group Al-Shabaab tries to recruit young people from America. Newsletter's Chris Rose joins us with that story. Chris.
Well, Cindy, just as officials in Kenya announced that bloody standoff had come to an end, Congresswoman Chellie Pingree emerged from a meeting with those local Somali leaders. She says the information that she's received makes it seem more and more likely that reports a person from Maine was involved in that terrorist attack was nothing more than a rumor.
Some of the sources that were putting it out there have been discredited. And again, certainly from what is a very tight-knit community here in Maine, there's no talk or rumors or ideas that any of this was connected. And we certainly haven't seen any unusual activity with law enforcement or the FBI going on here in Portland. But as I said, we'll certainly stay in touch.
Now, an unconfirmed Twitter feed from the group Al-Shabaab claiming responsibility for the attack also claimed that one of the attackers is from Maine. And that report gained traction after a leading American expert on terrorism said Al-Shabaab has attempted to recruit people in several American cities, including Portland, Maine. Somali leaders here say they have never heard of that before.
Some of the, suspicious concerns or that there's recruitment here is baseless, is senseless, and you should know that we've lived alongside you for a long time.
Now, Kenyan government officials say information they have received shows that 2 or 3 Americans were involved in the attack. U.S. officials say they have not confirmed that any Americans were involved. Cindy?
All right, Chris, thank you so much.
We do not know anyone from Portland, Maine, or from Maine who is involved in this.
U.S. Congresswoman Chellie Pingree met with local members of the Somali community to discuss recent reports suggesting a possible link to the Kenyan terrorist attack with the Somali community in Portland.
This is a peaceful community.
Representative Pingree says it's important not to jump to conclusions or assume the reports are true. In fact, she told me the FBI hasn't confirmed anything yet.
They have not confirmed anything about the name that was out there, and as you know, that source has been discredited and nobody has been able to confirm that name.
No cameras were allowed in the behind closed doors meeting Pingree had with Somali leaders inside the Islamic Society of Portland. But afterwards, Somali leaders reiterated that there is no truth to this and no terrorist connection in Maine.
We are a peaceful community, and we are not aware so far anyone who is involved or who is part of this.
In fact, elders find it almost amusing to suggest that any young Somali would be involved in terrorist activities, because in their words, they are more like Mainers than Somalis.
They are texting, playing basketball, thinking where they will have their Saturday dancing.
Young Somalis even recall rallying in Portland against terrorism and violence.
We condemned Al-Shabaab then, and we condemn Al-Shabaab now. So some of the, suspicious concerns or that there's recruitment here is baseless, is senseless.
Well, Representative Pingree encourages the people of Maine to continue to treat the Somali people here in Portland and throughout Maine with respect and dignity. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Brad Rogers, CBS 13 News. By the way, Kim, Representative Pingree also says she has heard nothing about any sort of recruiting of terrorists, as one terrorism expert suggested recently on a national news broadcast.
All right, thank you, Brad.